Hey folks, my name is Juan Veruete. I'm a Wilderness Systems Pro staffer. Today we're going to find out how many days worth of gear you can fit into a Ride 115. I just got back a couple weeks ago from Texas where I did a trip down to Devil's River, and I carried 4 days worth of camping gear, food, so forth in my Ride 115. Today we're going to spend 2 days on the Juniata River with some guys that got out here teaching to do some kayak fishing, and I'm just going to show you how I packed it when I went to Texas, and show you how I'm going to pack it for the river tomorrow. I've actually probably got about 4 days worth of stuff here because I'm actually carrying other people's gear for them. So the first thing I want to tell you is that all this stuff isn't in dry bags, and it should be, but I'm just kind of doing this for educational purposes here. Okay, this is a Yak Attack light. I'm going to throw this in actually just for an extra source of light in case of an emergency. It's a Yak Attack Visit Carbon Pro pole. So I'm just going to actually slide it inside the hull right there. Then I've got my tent. This is about a 3-pound tent, small backpacking tent. And so I take it down, slide it down in one of the pontoons, on one of the pontoons. Now I'm going to take, this is clothing for 2 people for 2 days, so basically 4 days worth of clothing. Just going to put it inside the hull here. Shove it up against the back of the hull. And I've got food here. This is food for 2 people, backpacking dry food. Food for 2 people for 2 days. Basically 4 days worth of food. Goes inside. Got my, these items should be in a dry bag, so I'm not going to put them in right now. Sleeping bag. See, that's a small sleeping bag, packs down a pillow and my sleeping pad. And usually I just throw them in a dry bag, but I'm just doing this for now. They're inside the hull here. Good to go. My river rope, the rope I use to drag my kayak. I'll hook it to my belt loop whenever I'm wading. I'll put it in here so I can easily access it. So now I've got all this area. I've filled up the front of my kayak, kind of trying to level things out a little bit so I can trim the boat out. Now I'm going to add some other items. I got my throw rope here, got a first aid kit. I want all this stuff out handy, so I'm just going to clip it to my webbing here. This is my rain gear, actually 2 people's rain gear. I'll put it here, secure it with a bungee, and behind my seat. Of course, my fishing gear will go in here, and I would web it down with the bungee, and then this gets bungeed down, connected to the bungees. I'm ready to go. One of the great things about the Ride 115 is the seat can slide forward and aft, and so I can trim it out if I find that I'm too heavy up front and my nose is digging a little bit. I can slide my seat back and trim it out, or if I find that the tail end of my kayak's too heavy and my front end's riding up, I can slide it forward to trim out the boat so it rides perfectly flat on the water, so it's easier to paddle, easier to maneuver. There you have 2 days worth of gear, really what amounts to 4 days worth of gear, because I'm carrying for 2 people in one kayak.